Who doesn't love pirates? They're daring. They're brave. They're romantic.
John Lafitte, you're a genius.
Of course.
But a pirate turned patriot? Now that's a story for a movie. And best of all, it was true. Sort of. There really was a notorious criminal entrepreneur named Jean Lafitte, who lived here right after the Louisiana Purchase. A smuggler and a pirate, although he preferred privateer. Now, for a while, Lafitte proved that crime does pay. When Governor Claiborne advertised a $500 reward for the capture of Lafitte, Lafitte offered $5,000 for the capture of the governor. Yet, when the British threatened, Lafitte responded with men, materials, and critical information and intelligence that helped save New Orleans, and with it, probably the whole western half of the United States. True, Lafitte had less in common with this movie character than he did with this one. But that was before the reigning king of Hollywood got hold of him. A director as famous as his stars, Cecil B. DeMille specialized in blockbuster epics. Not only did he win prestigious awards, he even had a prestigious award named after him. Everybody wants one of those. In 1938, to play Jean Lafitte, DeMille chose dashing Frederick March.
But I have respected the American flag.
And even gave him a parrot.
Beautiful day.
In an era when location filming was rare, DeMille came to the Louisiana bayous to film action scenes, with Cajuns piloting pirogues through Barataria. Admittedly, the film's depiction of Lafitte's unbridled patriotism did gloss over other likely motives.
The best silk.
Did you come by these things honestly, my man?
Huh?
He was hoping to get back a lot of booty the government had confiscated, and trying to get his brother out of prison. That prison, by the way, was part of the very building in which you're standing. There were other, shall we say, questionable historical details. Andrew Jackson, in his own day nicknamed the hero of New Orleans, was relegated to sidekick status for Jean Lafitte, who in reality wasn't even there the day the battle was fought.
Lafitte and these men.
There isn't a sign of them. They're probably back in New Orleans looting the town.
They had to gather their men from the swamps.
But as we say in Hollywood, why let the facts get in the way? So on January 7th, 1938, The Buccaneer had its world premiere at the Sanger Theater, right over there on Canal Street. 15,000 people paraded. Speeches were made, stars were photographed. The Cub Scouts reenacted the Battle of New Orleans. The Buccaneer was a huge hit. By the 1950s, Cecil B. DeMille had begun remaking his early successes. The Buccaneer would get the same treatment, except it would now be done as, and I'm not kidding, as a musical. It would star, bump, 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 the best Oscar winner from the year before, bump, 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 Yul Brynner. But it was not to be. Yul Brynner stayed, but the musical idea? Andrew Jackson, even though performed this time by screen idol Charlton Heston.
Before I surrender this city, I will burn it to the ground.
Once again became little more than supporting player to the magnificent pirate hero. In glorious Technicolor and widescreen VistaVision, Jean Lafitte braved enemy bullets to direct artillery fire that would win the glorious battle that, in reality, he did not even attend.
You're a mite late, Mr. Lafitte.
Oh, we're not accustomed to traveling by land.
The 1958 picture took the 1938's obligatory but completely invented romance and embellished it even further. Now Lafitte's beloved was none other than the daughter of Claiborne, the governor Lafitte famously feuded with.
What will people think?
Claiborne's descendants filed suit. Both versions of the Buccaneer got many things wrong. But both also got many things right. And together, they showcased the Battle of New Orleans, that final decisive encounter in what's been called America's forgotten war. Of the two versions, we around here prefer the original. mainly because it had the good manners to give credit where credit was due. So, the credits rolled, lights came up, and history had been mythologized, and the myth preserved on celluloid. Heaven help us if we rely on Tinseltown to teach us history. But movie moguls can sometimes do a pretty good job in reminding us just how interesting history can be. So, thank you, Mr. DeMille. And now, I am ready for my close-up. Arr!